Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So August is here. Can you believe August is here? We're heading towards the last quarter of this year, and we are heading towards the Lionsgate, and the Lionsgate this year is going to be really potent and an incredibly manifesting portal, like a miracle manifestation portal this year. So I will talk about the Lionsgate and just talk about August energies, and also talk about July, because we're coming out of a really intense month. We went through a huge rebirth, and I don't know if you felt it, and I'm sure many of you felt it. We were literally recalibrating. You were shedding a skin, and the skin was coming off, and you may have been in this like cocoon phase where you're rebirthing, and there's just this metamorphosis happening. So, revelations, maybe feeling lost and feeling confused, a lot of heart healing, a lot of old belief systems coming up to the fore to be looked at, to be revisited, old past hurts and relationships to be looked at because of Mercury retrograde. But this one was not giving us, well, this whole year is not giving us any it's not giving us a break. We are full on. And it was yesterday, I think yesterday or day before, during the night, my heart was literally pounding. I was at my mum's, and it was like a huge surge moving through my heart. I was like, whoa, what's going on? So sometimes when you have these frequencies coming in, you can feel it in your heart. You can feel your heart pounding. You can feel like your pulse racing, because these energies are just like waves are coming in. And there's a lot happening on the planet with the earthquakes and, tremors and shifts, and Gaia is shifting. The earth is shifting, we are shifting, the entire universe is shifting. And I've started doing these galactic messages for you, but that was the call for me. I asked Spirit, where do you want me to take this energy? And then those videos started to come through. So, every time we go through a rebirth, there's a new version of us comes online, and there's a new message, and also how you deliver it comes online. So it's to trust that, to surrender. Whenever you go through a rebirth, it's to surrender the mind and surrender control of how you think your life needs to look, and just to drop into that space of emptiness, into the void. And I know many were in the void in July, and just allow the recalibration to happen, because when you allow the recalibration to happen, then the insights, the revelations, the ideas can start to birth. But if we're trying to force it in a direction, and your soul wants to take it in another direction, and then you're not allowing the creation to really fully come online, so that you don't allow the wholeness of it. You're kind of pushing it before it's even ready. It's like putting a cake in the oven, and then you're taking it out before it's even cooked, right? And it's not going to taste nice. It's not going to be ready. It's going to be soggy on the inside. So you wait. You've got to learn how to navigate, how to listen, how to sit in the uncomfortable. And the energy was very uncomfortable in July, and you had to sit in that energy to allow this new version of you, and new ideas and creative ideas and inspirations and innovative ideas, and this new next version of you to come online. So the masks were coming off, the masks are coming off. We're getting deeply connected with our truth and our intuitive knowing. We're learning to listen to our intuition. We're learning to listen to our heart's guidance, and where the soul is trying to direct us, rather than where our human thinks we should go. It's where the soul is trying to pull us, right? And even if you go on a detour, it's to learn lessons from your experience. Your soul will only take you into experiences where there is lesson, there's growth, because we are here for mastery. We've come for, soul mastery, self-mastery, to become our higher self. So everything is always teaching us what the soul needs next on its journey. So if you've been through an uncomfortable, the word I'm hearing is challenging July, then there's growth there. So it's to look at what you were learning through that process, what you were healing within, what was coming up that felt quite raw and uncomfortable, to be cleared, and to have the deepest compassion. And neglect is coming up, childhood wounds. So a lot of childhood wounding is coming up at the moment. They're showing me neglect, abandonment, betrayal as well, cycles coming up again for a revisit. Remembering to learn to understand what you learned from that process. rather than, being caught. Yes, we feel the pain, but then when we feel the pain is to feel the pain, let it move through us, but then to sit and ask ourselves, well, what did I learn through that process? How did my heart open? What part of me was awakened? What came out from that experience? And who am I now when I look back and I see what I went through? Who have I become through it? And it's always teaching us resilience and learning to take back your power, to learn the dynamics, the self-sabotage, self-sacrifice, the overgiving in relationships. Maybe you're a fixer and a rescuer. And so you're learning to come back into balance and learn to give to yourself, give that love to yourself so that you can step into more of your sovereignty. So that's where we're moving into. That's where the energy is going. And this August is a time of reset, recalibration, realignment. Realignment is a big one. So if there was a dream that you put on the back burner and you just thought it was out of reach, it's to call it in, because this manifestation portal will help you to bring it into the fore. So if you'd given up on something and you thought, right, that's it, it's finished, it may be coming back around again for you to look at again and maybe give it another chance. So sometimes, we say, no, that's not happening for me. But in this August, things are coming back in. The things, you're being realigned. So maybe connections that you'd parked and put aside are now coming back round. And those connections will come back round that are meant to be part of your next chapter and your next part of your journey. Places on the planet that are calling you may have information for you at this time. To help you open your heart and unlock any wounds that you have in your heart so that your heart can keep opening and expanding and flowing into the next vibrations. So, through this time, we are going to experience changes. The rumblings that you're seeing on the planet, the rumblings on the earth, it's just shaking up the foundations, because if the foundations were built in scarcity, lack, survival, fear, not based in love, they are a codependency, dependency, where you are not sovereign and you're not in your sovereign power. They are going to be shaken, and they're going to be shaken for everyone, because we've got to get into alignment with our truth, with the soul's truth, with the soul's direction, soul's destiny, and the destined path. And so we will be shaken. The earth is being shaken, and so are we. And Mother Earth and Gaia, she's shifting, she's moving, she's shaking it up, Her foundations are shaking because she's moving into a new vibration. We are moving into a new vibration, and so we're all recalibrating at this time. And yes, it's very uncomfortable. The word I'm hearing is sometimes excruciating pain through the metamorphosis. And yes, when you're in your cocoon and you're coming out, well, I can't even speak properly. So there may be something that you're learning to express. Maybe you've shut something down inside of you and you're wanting expression. Mercury retrograde can affect our communication, and we kind of stutter. We're trying to get our words out, but sometimes we can't get our words out. But I'm hearing excruciating pain through the metamorphosis that you're going through, but to have compassion with yourselves because you are birthing and coming online in a new way. There's a new version of you stepping forward. The rebirth will be worth it, and to celebrate yourselves for all the work that you are doing on the planet at this time and all that you are becoming through this time. So we are breaking down belief systems, we are expanding our hearts, we are letting go of the pain, we are letting go of the stories we've written for us and experienced. We're rewriting our stories now. We're going to give ourselves a new story that is empowering, that is, if there was a story that you loved reading as a child, like Cinderella, for me it was always Cinderella, but if you had an enchanted tale and the happy ever after, right, that happy ever after is available to you in this lifetime if you align with your highest timeline. So this August is powerful, potent, life transforming. That 8-8 portal is a miracle zone, a miracle manifestation portal, and it's to sit in that energy of the 8-8 and to call in your dreams, to really call them in, and not just call them in and just have them like floating around you, but really call them into your heart. See them, feel them, embody them, sit with them, know that they're yours, believe that they're yours, and you will anchor that energy in. And so this 8-8 Lionsgate is a really important portal for us all, to take some time out for yourselves, to sit in that energy, to call in that energy, to sit with your guides, to sit in the miracle zone of 8-8 and bring in your dreams for manifestation. Like, it's so important. And I'm literally seeing this. This is happening this year, right? We're choosing our directions. Are we going to stay entrapped in the cycles of the matrix and the ego and the old stories and the old templates? Or are we choosing the new earth timelines, the new trajectories, the new experiences, the new expansive directions, and where we're choosing to go out of love for ourselves, for our journey, for our mission, and what we've been called to anchor here? Are we going in the direction of our dreams, or are we still playing into the dynamics of the old world? You have to choose it, and when you choose it, everything recalibrates and takes you to that trajectory. So it's really important at this time, and especially this month, as you clear out July and the heart is still a little bit heavy and healing, and you've been in this place of not knowing where you're going next, right? The void. And you always go through the void, especially in this portal from 7-7 to 8-8. It's just such a powerful transformational portal. More mastery, more soul lessons and revelations and insights and acclamations, awareness. And you're taking it all in, and you're processing. You've been processing like a processing computer. There's been a lot of processing happening. But now August, you're starting to come out of that, and you've got to get anchored in the body. So get grounded and get connected with your heart. Sit in peaceful presence, sit in nature, go for walks, take a nap, be with yourselves, journal, ask these questions of yourselves. What is my destined path? Like, what do I want to experience here on earth? What dreams have I put up in the ethers, that are still in fantasy mode and that I haven't quite cooled down? And do I believe I can have that? And if I don't believe I can have that, why don't I believe I can have that? And can I bring this down in August to really anchor it into my heart and know that that is mine? So, whatever your destiny is, whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. You may be taken on a detour, but they will always bring you back to where you're meant to go and the direction you're meant to go. And the detour was all refinement to clarify your journey, to help you to, maybe confusion, to then reconnect with your heart, to ask your heart what it truly desires, and to call that energy in rather than going off on a detour and not really choosing your highest timeline and highest path. So keep choosing your highest timeline and your highest trajectory. Keep choosing that through this time, and your soul will keep navigating you to that, right? And the journey will have some twists and turns. It always does. But it's like the mountain, going up the mountain. And when we're climbing, we don't know what's around the corner. We keep climbing. We go through some bends and some twists and some turns. But it's all building you for the summit, right? You're preparing for the summit. It's just like, it makes it so much richer from the experiences you've had along the way, rather than just going straight to the destination, reaching the top and think, oh, well, that was easy or that was difficult and I'm here, right? But when you've been on this journey, twists and turns, it's like, wow, look what I went through to get here. Look at those challenges I faced and those times where I didn't know which direction to go, and I was taken off my detour. I was taken into a detour and I didn't know how to find my way back, but I trusted my heart and I trusted my intuition, and here I am. I've reached the place that I was trying to get to, and I'm so proud of myself and I'm so proud of my journey. And the word I'm hearing is the alchemist, right? the alchemist, transmuting darkness to light, right? Learning from your lessons, but turning anything that is negative into a positive, turning lead into gold, density into light. So that's what you're doing as you go up the mountain. That's what you're doing as you make your way up the mountain. My eye is itchy. So let's check in with that. What do you need to see at this time? What has been hidden that is now coming to light? So sit with your visions, your third eye vision. Look through the third eye rather than the eyes, and get a deeper knowing of what's happening in your environment, in your life. To focus on your third eye through this time and to see the visions that you want to anchor here on earth. We are moving, we are expanding, we are ascending, we're moving into new vibrations. Lots of meditations this month, lots of connection with your heart, your dreams, journaling. It's a time for like a pause and to get realigned before you take off again in a new direction. So take this time to rest. Take this time to, have some time to yourself to refine. And the galactic messages that I'm bringing through is really to just show you the support that we have around us at this time and always. So I hope those messages will really help you. But I'm going to be bringing many more counsels in through this time. So I'll be loading them as they come in. But it's just really to show you that Spirit has your back and to know it, like not to doubt it, but to know it in the deepest part of your being, that Spirit has your back, the universe has your back. You are the universe. You have an entire universe within you. And what are you co-creating with the divine through this time? So Spirit has your back. To remember that. Think on your feet. So this is a time to get clear with your intentions, with your beliefs, with the programs, with anything that you're telling yourself that doesn't align with your highest trajectory, watch your words, anything that pulls you down into a lower vibration. Check in, listen to yourselves, look at your beliefs, listen if everything's in alignment or not. Mind, heart, soul, spirit, all in alignment is needed through this time. So check in with yourselves. Time to heal. Yeah, we are healing. We're healing our hearts. We're healing our soul. We're healing past hurts. We're learning to trust again in ourselves, learning to trust in our intuition, in our heart guidance. We're learning to navigate this time from our multidimensional selves rather than from the human. And magic works through you. Magic works through you. Bring your dreams into the physical realm. And remember that magic, you are magical. We are magic, and magic works through you. So it's to get out of the way of the magic and let the magic do what it needs to do, which requires surrender. And I talked about that in my last video, but surrender is really important through this time. To surrender control, surrender having to know everything. Like if we knew everything, you wouldn't be able to step into the mystery to find out the next chapter or the next step. So it's to stay in the mystery, to stay curious, to explore your journey, to expand into new realms, to discover more. Again, curiosity is the word that they're saying, and to remember that you are magical and that the magic works through you. So that's really important. And one more. I'm going to do two more actually. Dream the world into being. Dream the world into being. This is that portal to dream your world into being. What does your new earth look like? What does your dreams and destiny look like? Like, what do you want to experience here on earth? What do you want to achieve here on earth? What do you want to anchor here on earth? What was the mission that you set before you came to earth? This is the time for passion projects and following your joy and following your passion and following your bliss. Also creating lots of peace, because the nervous system has been through a lot this year. So to create contemplation, reflective, spaces, more peace, more harmony, more stillness, to listen, to receive, to meditate, to connect with your soul and your heart. Really important. But dream the world into being. You can dream the world into being. So it's to know that. And sing your own song. Yep, sing your own song. You are a unique being. You have your own soul song. No one has the same soul song as you. You have your own unique soul song. So sing your own unique soul song. It doesn't have to be, it's not like anyone else. It's yours. It's unique to you. So what is your dream? What is your dream? Why do you have this dream? Why would you even have this dream? Because that dream was given to you and you alone. It's your dream, and it's your role and your job to anchor it here in the physical, right? So sing your own song, trust your dreams, trust what you've come to anchor, trust where you're being guided at this time. Sit in stillness and silence and see where Spirit is trying to take you. And remember that Spirit has your back. Oh my gosh, again. Look at the card that came up. Trust the universe. Doesn't want to come apart from the other card. I'm going to just share this. Look at that. So the first card was Spirit has your back. Trust the universe. Really, we're learning to trust the universe, have faith in our dreams, trust and have trust our intentions, trust that we can manifest what we desire, trust that Spirit has your back. Trust. And that's why all these videos are coming through from the galactic guides, because they are all going to have very similar messages, but different, like coming from different angles, but the message will be very similar through all of them, that they're here and they're supporting us and we are doing so well. So it's to see that. Keep your heart open. You have to keep your heart open when you're working with your miracles, right? Miracles come in when your heart is open, when your heart is expanded. And if you're closing your heart from a wounded space, drop into deeper surrender and give yourselves permission to open your heart to love, open your heart to your desires, your passion projects, your dreams, and know that you're worthy of having them. So keep your heart open through the 8-8 portal. Step into your power. 8-8, step into your power, step into your sovereignty, step into the multiverse, step into this magnificent being that you are. Step into your power through this portal. And this is a time for directions, like which direction are you going? Are you going towards New Earth, or are you going towards the past? It's really important. I don't know why I'm picking loads of cards today, but that's what's wanting to come through. Building blocks. Yeah, foundations. Make your foundations strong. In sovereignty, not scarcity, not lack, not the old system, not in fear. Those foundations completely crumble as we walk towards the 5D, because they're not relevant. They can't, like, they'll have holes in them. They're not the right vibration for the 5D template. So they must come down and be rebuilt in sovereignty, in truth, in alignment, in authenticity, in, you know, a connection with source and where your soul wants to take you, and also based in love. So, and your power, your full power. Go the distance. Go the distance. Don't stop. Breathe through this time. Take some deep breaths. Recalibrate your nervous system through this time. It's going to be so important. And be flexible. Be flexible, because the destined path needs you to surrender and not have control. So the more flexible you are, the more fluid you are, the more Spirit can help you navigate into where you're meant to be, the spaces you're meant to be in, the people you're meant to meet, the co-creations that are wanting to unfold. Oh, my nose is going. The guides are really... Sorry. Your passion projects, be flexible, be fluid, be allowing of change. Allow change. Allow Spirit to show you the directions. You will always have what you need. It's to trust that. And to really be embodied and still this month. Like, don't make yourselves too busy. Just create some stillness. and connect with whatever you want to bring in through this time. This is a really important month to choose your new earth trajectories and walk towards your 5D earth, walk towards your new earth and your dreams. Like they keep giving me that same message. Yeah, come to the edge. Come to the edge, and you're moving into a new expansive space. You're doing really well, right? To trust yourself and also to create peace. Like you can't hear the guides when you're in chaos. You can only hear and receive insights when you're at peace. So you've got to recalibrate, breathe, be flexible, drop into your heart, keep your heart open, connect with spirit, connect with your guides, connect with source, connect with Mother Earth. And then as you create that peaceful temple, then the information can start to come in. So this is a time to really call it in. This is a month, really powerful month. So lots of insights. 8-8 portal, make time for it, make space for it, be in your space. And I always do an event on 8-8, and I'm still tuning in whether I run it or not. But this is just, this is the really powerful portal. So if I do an event, it will be going up by tomorrow. But I am just tuning in to see if they want me to hold the event or not. Let's see. We will tune in. So really that's what the guides were saying. August is a big, powerful, again, direction. You're moving into your newer timelines and trajectories. So patience with yourselves, patience with the process, love and kindness to yourselves, compassion. Take one step at a time, be gentle with yourselves as you are shifting, changing, redirecting, recalibrating, and moving into new timelines. You are moving into new timelines. So it's to have patience and have compassion with yourselves through the process. Okay, so I send you my love. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, what you've been going through, how you're experiencing the energies. I love to hear from you. And look out for another galactic message. There's a few coming through, so they will be loaded as they come through, and I'll share the magical messages with them. They're just so beautiful and full of love. Really, they're here to express unconditional love with you and to you and into your hearts. So receive them with grace and receive the messages from the guides as they want to come in one by one. Okay, so I'll speak to you soon. Take care of yourselves and see you on the next video.